So I've watched Joe Rogan for a long time, and his recent episode with Brett Weinstein honestly has some of the dumbest takes he's ever thrown out. And the funniest part is that after interviewing the smartest people on earth for years, you'd think Joe would have absorbed something, anything. But nope, he starts talking like a kid, imagining a magical world. His biggest blunder in this whole conversation is the everyone should make $500,000 a year fantasy.
But what if you had enough money that you didn't have to think about money? Like, if you think about that $37 trillion of this fucking country's in debt for, and how much wealth could potentially be generated by, we're talking about so much money floating around. If you just gave everybody in the country a real high income, livable life, so there's no more poverty anymore, how much crime would that solve, like instantaneously? How much crime would be solved, or future crime solved, if everybody lived at a high income level? It sounds completely insane. But imagine if everybody in the country makes at least $500,000 a year. You know how different the world is? Do you know how less violence there is?
Bro, if everyone gets 500K stops being 500K. It becomes monopoly money. If every single person had $500,000 tomorrow, prices wouldn't stay the same. The cost of everything would instantly explode. That 500K would buy you what 50 buys today, maybe less. Like, the economy doesn't magically freeze in place because Joe thinks it should. Money only has a value because not everyone has unlimited access to it. That's why prices settle where they settle. When everyone has the same amount of money, nobody is rich. And when nobody is rich, everything gets repriced to reflect that. It's basic economics, and Joe should know after talking to economists for 15 years. And poor Brett is sitting there like a tired dad thinking, Jesus Christ, how do I explain inflation to this man without hurting his feelings?
I'm not as convinced of this as you
Really?
are. No, I think things might get
If no one was
worse.
ever poor?
Well, I don't know what no one is ever poor means, because we obviously, even, the poorest person who isn't homeless currently, they have, indoor plumbing. They have a supercomputer in their pocket, access to, the world's information. They are, by many measures, just simply in absolute terms, vastly richer than anybody from 300 years ago. That human beings are programmed by evolution to monitor the well-being of others. And so you can be wealthy and feel poor if those that you compare yourself to are vastly wealthier.
Right.
So and there's a reason for that, which I think this is a reasonably well reproduced result. We know that human beings pay attention to their relative well-being, and that it structures how they feel about their absolute circumstances.
Then Joe starts going on this rant about how it's weird that we have to work hard just to make money.
This is it's a weird thing that we've all fallen into, that this is the only way to succeed. The only way to succeed is to work super hard to get money, and that's the only currency.
The man saying all this is sitting in a multi-million-dollar studio wearing a 10K watch with a company worth hundreds of millions behind him, all built from decades of working.
First of all, I have what you call fuck you money. And if you have fuck you money, you don't say fuck you. What's the point of having the fuck you money?
Joe Rogan complaining about working hard is like a billionaire saying it's kind of strange that people drive cars. They should just helicopter everywhere. Like he genuinely forgot that people aren't choosing to grind. They're forced to. People don't wake up thinking, let me suffer today for fun. They wake up because rent exists. Then out of nowhere, Joe just drops everything they were talking about and jumps straight into AI music. It's such a weird jump that even Brett looks confused for a second, like he's thinking, wait, what?
If we never worried about being poor, but then again, like, you'd never get the great stuff. You'd never get the greatest artists who were in deep pain when they were young. You'd never get the great. Then again, with AI, you might not need them, because AI music is pretty fucking good, man. Pretty good. It's really catchy. So
catchy is what it is. It's not good. It's catchy.
Oh, dude, it's good. I don't want to do this because I do this with everybody, but have you ever heard the 50 Cent version of
Yes, I have.
What Up Gangsta?
Yeah.
You heard that one?
Yeah, I think so.
That's fucking good.
It depends what you mean by good.
It's good. It's objectively good.
It's odd hearing Joe Rogan talk about AI music like it's the greatest thing ever, because this is the same Joe who's constantly preaching about art and authenticity. But of course, when Joe says art, he really just means stand-up, because in his world, stand-up is the highest form of human expression. Everything else is kind of optional.
You almost have
a
to
laugh.
think of it like musical notes. Like there's all kinds of musical notes. They're all good,
Yeah.
but they just serve different purposes. And to make a great song, you got to put them all together where it flows. And that's like part of what we're doing too.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to have those jokes. It's like that's how you feel.
Like people go, how do you memorize all the words? And it's like, I don't think I memorized the words. I think I memorized the song.
Yeah, how it sounds.
Yeah, and
when
like how
you're
it
doing
feels and
it.
the rhythm of it. And I think that's why like sometimes when you like adjust to different room sizes, like your rhythm can get off and
Yeah.
you go, oh, I forgot that section. Yeah, because the song is different. Yeah. The song is slower, the song is faster.
He thinks stand-up is such a high sacred level of art that he actually believes there are only a few hundred people on earth who can truly do it. He said it multiple times how there are maybe 400 or 500 real killers. And of course, he puts himself in that group.
I think there's 500 working professional headlining comedians in this
Fascinating.
country.
Yeah.
I think there's maybe 500. Maybe there's 1,000, and I think 500 of them are probably funny.
That can sell. How many can
out
sell 1,000 seats?
A Friday night, yeah. Oh, 1,000 seats?
1,000 seats? It goes
like
down
a small
to what?
theater?
Yeah, it goes down to what? Because
200 maybe?
maybe 200.
Maybe.
Now imagine this same guy saying AI is good for art. He literally said the AI cover version of a 50 Cent song was better than the original.
A bunch of comedians were there, and I was playing my favorite new song, which is an AI song, and I'm like, tell me how good this. It's a cover of 50 Cent's song "What Up Gangsta." I hate to say this because I love 50 Cent. This is better than the original.
You hear that and just think, bro, what? Meanwhile, Brett is just sitting there trying to stay polite. He keeps reminding Joe that catchy doesn't automatically mean good, and Joe just refuses to accept it. He's like a kid who discovered a new toy and doesn't care about the adult explanation.
If you're being honest, it's great. It's a
No,
great fucking song.
I'm going to push back on you there because what we are suffering from is the junkification of everything, right? And there's a way in which junk food is good, and then there's obviously a way in which it's really not.
Then Brett hits him with the perfect question.
Have you ever heard AI making good jokes?
Not yet.
And honestly, I laughed, not because Joe is funny, but because the answer is so unintentionally ironic. Of course, AI can solve insane math problems, discover new medicines, and write code that would take teams of engineers months. But jokes? Oh, no, that's sacred territory. Only Joe and his chosen 500 comedy warriors can do that.
And I see this Noble Bee, and I'm like, Noble Bee, you stung even though you knew you were going to die. Why did you do it?
So yeah, if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.